That was very interesting because that was the first time I've ever dissected a human body. Hey everyone, welcome back to aDashofMo. So today I will be talking about my week 1 update of medical school, and you see that behind me is my handy dandy whiteboard that I use, or I have yet to use because I usually use this whiteboard, this little one, first for the first week of school. And plus it's portable and I use it at school, and I can bring it to other places as well. So week 1 was it was really great, and it came with a lot of surprises. And so week 1, the first day was mainly syllabus day, and we were in class from 8 a.m. to about 3 p.m. and with an hour of lunch. And then so for my school, we have about 4 weeks of this course that they call kitchen sink, which is basically introduction classes to histology, physiology, microbiology, and other science courses, along with doctoring skills. And I go to a DO school, so we learn about osteopathic practices and principles. So we have that class as well. But for the first day, it was mainly syllabus day, and we talked a lot about professionalism because that is definitely something very important in medical school. And we also did histology, and we did an intro of that, and we did an introduction to the history of medicine. And then we were off school around 3 p.m. So it was basically like being back in middle school where you're in class for a good amount of hours, and then you are off in the afternoon. And then on Tuesday, for me, Tuesdays are doctoring skills and OPNP days. OPNP stands for osteopathic principles and practices, and basically what we do is we practice certain techniques on each other, and in doctoring skills we learn a lot about the medical field and being a doctor. And then that was basically Tuesday, so we were in class again from around 8 a.m. to 3 with a lunch break in between. And then Wednesday was a really exciting day for me because we had class in the morning from like 8 to 12, and then we had our first lecture of clinical anatomy, and I thought we were going to dissect the cadaver on Wednesday, but turns out we split groups, so one group gets to go on Wednesday and the other group goes on Thursday. So I was the latter group, the one that goes on Thursday. So Wednesday, the other group got to dissect the cadaver, and then clinical anatomy it can run anywhere from after lunch from like around 1 to as late as 4, 5, 6, 7 even maybe. So that was Wednesday. And then Thursday, I was even more excited because we had class again, and from 8 to noon, and then we had clinical anatomy lecture for 2 hours, and then starting at 1, 2, 2, 3. So starting at 3, we got to go into the anatomy lab and start dissecting, and that was very interesting because that was the first time I've ever dissected a human body. And we did that, and we were in the lab till 6 p.m. So it was very time consuming, but I learned a lot. And then on Friday, we get out early, so we were in class from like 8 to 12, and then got out early, but I basically had to stay at school because we had basic life support training, and then we got certified in that, and I was basically in school till like the same time that I usually am, like around 3 or 4ish. So that's been basically my schedule, and actually what I've been doing is I've been waking up early, like 5 a.m. to work out, and then after I work out I like get ready for the day, and I leave around like 6:40ish, and then I get to school at 7, which is an hour before a lecture starts, because I like to go over everything we're about to do that morning, and then lecture starts around 8, and then we go about the day like that. And then when I get home, I've been feeling really tired, so sometimes I succumb to naps, but I've been doing better. I haven't been napping as much, which is really good. I need to start getting in the habit of not napping and just getting a good night's sleep. And that's been basically it. And a lot of professors have been giving us advice like study every subject every day. And it might seem like that's asking for a lot, but when they actually showed us their little time grid that they made for when they were in school, which was extremely helpful, and they showed how much they slept, how much time they put into class, how much time they studied on the weekends and everything, so it really helped. Their basic schedule was class from morning to afternoon or what have you, and then studying basically every subject every day. Let's say you have 6 subjects, so you spend like about an hour, roughly an hour on every single subject, and then taking like 10 to 15 minute breaks in between each one. And then on the weekends basically studying it out like for a good 8+ hours. It depends on the person, so yeah. And for me, I've been trying to study. I've been getting in the habit of studying almost every subject every day. So we don't have too much material yet, thank goodness, because they're slowly easing us into medical school. But they are doing it for a reason, and it's being really helpful. So what else can I think of? Any advice? Well, they were saying the burnout is real, so if you don't allow yourself breaks or allow yourself to rest and just take breaks in between studying, and one of our professors gave us advice like always take Friday nights off. So yeah, and it's been really great so far. I mean, all my classmates are really nice, and I meet new people every day, and it's really great. And the second years have been a huge help to us as well. And then they've also had a club fair, so I kind of know what organizations I want to join. And then we'll see come this first round of exams if I am able to be more active in those things, because I am seeking, my goal is to be in a leadership position, hopefully by next semester or even second year. So yeah, so that's been my first week of medical school. Saturday I studied a lot. I spent the day at Starbucks with a classmate, and we studied for like hours. I was there for around 6 hours, and it really helped me. And but Sunday I was feeling really lazy and tired, so I basically slept all day. But if you have any questions for me about medical school, leave a comment below. Also, make sure to follow me on social media. And don't forget to like my Facebook page. Go ahead and like it right now if you haven't already, because there you can actually post questions as of right now, and I will actually do a Q&A on Sundays. So go ahead and like my Facebook page, leave a question there, and it can be any question. It doesn't even have to be medical school related or anything. It can be any question. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future videos, and I'll see you in next week's update and in the Q&A video. Bye!